something I don't know. What? Tell me something I don't know. Like when it drop home, game in the chokehold. Tell me something I don't know. What? Tell me something I don't know. What? Tell me something I don't know. Like when it drop home, game in the chokehold. They call a podcast Poppy. Kinkos, I see they tryna copy. Diamonds in the chains.
EA Sports coverage of the National Football League is on the air. A moment ago, here was the scene. The Falcons coming out from their tunnel to the roar of all the folks here in Atlanta. We're ready for football as these Falcons get set to match up with the Los Angeles Rams. From Atlanta. That's fielded in the end zone. And a pretty good return here. He'll be stopped just shy of the 25 at the 20. Four-yard line. The former Indiana Hoosier here, Tevin Coleman, and he'll get this one up to the 26. Give him a couple on the carry there, 2nd and 8.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
They'll toss it to Coleman. Space to maneuver at the 40. He's at the 40. 20. 10. Touchdown, Falcons. Tevin Coleman, 74 yards. And the Falcons have taken the early lead. Bryant's extra point up and good. And that makes the score 7-0. Here's Bosher to kick it away. That's fielded in the end zone. And the decision to bring it out will cost him about 5 yards as he'll get this only back to the 20. Goff will lead the Rams up here 1st and 10 at the 20. They go play action with Gurley. Now Goff escaping the pressure. And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. Brooks Reed in there to drop him, and it'll be a loss of about 8.
And so much for that great field position to start the game. Now they're way behind the sticks. Can't wait to see what their second down call is going to look like now.
On second down, here's Goff. He's got his man on the crossing route. And mark him down way up close to the 40 at the 39. A good pickup there, 26 yards. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Back home, it's the first carry for the former Georgia Bulldog, Gurley. And this play will be blown up. He'll lose yardage back at the 38. Call it a loss of 2 on the play. And it'll be 2nd and 12. Out of the gun. Goff eluding the pressure right. He's got a man. It's his tight end. That's complete. And he'll get it out a couple yards shy of midfield at the 48. They get 11 back on that one. It leads to 3rd down. They'll try and pick up the first with Gurley. He's got a first down and then some inside the 40. And he's going to take this one in for a Rams touchdown. Todd Gurley, 52 yards. And the Rams are an extra point away from tying up this football game. Zerline good with a PAT. And we are tied at 7. So we're right back where we started. All even as the kick's away. That's fielded in the end zone. And nice work on the return as they'll start their drive just past the 30-yard line. For the Falcons, Charles, we talked all year about the injuries that they had in 2018, and you kind of touched on it earlier, too. It's hard to get around them, though, when you look back at this past year. So they go to 7-9, and I know that that's not what they wanted, but with all the injuries, is that okay?
It would be if you didn't think you were going to the Super Bowl. You know, if you didn't think you had a chance at that, and they did going into the season. But when you lose your starting safeties in Ricardo Allen and Keanu Neal, your middle linebacker, Deion Jones, for a long stretch of time, you end up starting 1-4. Then in the second half of the season, you have a 5-game losing streak. 7-9 is actually better than I thought that they were finishing because of those 2 long losing streaks.
A really good pickup of 28 yards.
I know that's their first connection in this game, but you and I both know that Julio Jones is without a doubt his quarterback's favorite target.
Oh, yeah, Matt Ryan loves this guy. Who wouldn't?
Yeah, and the reason that he's that is because of his dependability. And quarterbacks have to have it.
Coleman. And this time not as successful as he'll get back to the line of scrimmage and no more. They'll say no gain on the play there, and now it'll be 3rd down.
22!
From the gun on 3rd down, Ryan. He's got Sanu. Ryan to Sanu, good for an Atlanta first down.
I think it all came together there. In-breaking route, drove it with excellent pace. Money throw right there to move the sticks.
This is Coleman. And only a yard this time as he's taken down right around the 26.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
2 minutes to play in a tightly contested first half. To throw is Ryan. We're back to Atlanta right after this timeout. And the hit jarred it loose. It's incomplete.
Anytime a defense can sit back in a zone like that, it tends to create a lot of congestion in the middle of the field. Makes it very hard to slot one in.
Looked like I-4 at rush hour in your hometown of Orlando, Florida. An absolute mess. And this is going to be incomplete.
Certainly looked like they were getting ready to convert there on 3rd down, but what an effort to get his hand on that one, knock it away, and brings up a 4th down decision.
And a tough ask here. They're going to go for it on 4th down and 9. They'll try and throw for it with Ryan. That's going to be caught. Wow, 1st and goal, and defensively all they can do is shake their head.
anyway. Extreme confidence, it looks like.
Yeah, but I bet the defense is going to remember this one, right? They kind of rub their nose in it. They'll give it to him up the middle.
Another scouting report on him is that he doesn't possess the eye discipline to be an elite linebacker. And what that means is his ability to read, react, and make a play.
And he gets in. Touchdown, Atlanta. Tevin Coleman with his second touchdown here in this first half. And the Falcons are in for 6. And his kick is right through. Here's Bosher to kick it away. Rams take the field again here on offense. Last week we touched on it a bit earlier, but defeating Dallas to stay alive in the playoffs. They really handled Dallas, and you said that you thought they did a nice job of taking some of the pressure off Goff and giving it to the running game.
And when you think back to those Rams teams in St. Louis, the so-called greatest teams on turf, they threw the heck out of the football. But in this running game against Dallas, they put up 459 total yards, only 186 of those from the right arm of Jared Goff. That's a franchise playoff record. Let's see if they can follow that same formula in the NFC Championship game in New Orleans.
You mentioned the days on turf in St. Louis. It will be their first NFC Championship game since 2001 when they were in St. Louis. Give them 7 there on the tuck and run, and they're in better shape now for 3rd. A play fake to Gurley. Now gone. Pressure brought in, and the Falcons get there for the sack. And now a timeout defensively by the Falcons as they get the stoppage with just under 50 seconds remaining in half number 1. So 4th and 15, but the offense is staying out there to go for it. They're going to go for it. It's gone. And that is caught. He's got his running back downfield. Now the Rams will signal for a timeout, their second, as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half. The 4th down run successful. Now they look to pay it off on 1st down. They go play action here on 1st down. Throwing over the middle, but it's incomplete. Robert Woods, former USC man, the intended target. That'll bring up 2nd down. With that ball hitting the ground, let's take a spin around the league real quick. You know, last week we discussed the head coaching vacancies. There were 8 of them. Well, a lot of those places have already found new coaches, Charles. Some old faces in new places. Bruce Arians in Tampa Bay. Adam Gase staying in the AFC East, jumping from Miami to the Jets. And how about some of the new fellas?
Yeah, how about Cliff Kingsbury? He went to USC to be the offensive coordinator after losing his job at Texas Tech. Ends up being the head coach of the Arizona Cardinals. Freddie Kitchens gets the job in Cleveland, gets the promotion. Vic Fangio finally getting his shot to be a head coach. He's going to Denver. And Matt LaFleur, he's going to work with Aaron Rodgers in Green Bay.
That leaves us with 2 remaining spots, Cincinnati and Miami, still searching. Another throw on 2nd down, and this one incomplete as well. So back-to-back incompletions, and that has him staring at a 3rd and 10. Goff throwing again. Looking for Cooks, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Deion Jones, the linebacker. And he'll take it across midfield and down to the 48-yard line.
Offensively, when you see cover 2, the thought has to go through the quarterback's head. Drive the football when making throws. It's not just the deep guys covering. It's the guys underneath you have to be careful of. Drive your throw. Otherwise, you see what we...
And he'll take it into the end zone. Touchdown, Atlanta. Julio Jones as the first half is winding down. And the Falcons will add on to their lead. Here's Bosher to kick it away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line. Well, as they take the field here for the next drive, let's talk about the AFC Championship game. How excited are you for Mahomes and Brady, Chiefs and Patriots?
I'm very excited because, remember, this is a rematch game, just like in the NFC, where they played in the regular season, but this time the site is different. Regular season, they were in Foxborough, and Tom Brady and the Patriots won late against Kansas City. But how about this? The first quarterback to have a 50-touchdown season, Tom Brady, he's taking on the latest to do so in Patrick Mahomes.
And you've also got the likely MVP in Mahomes against arguably the greatest to do it all time. The storylines here just at the quarterback position are limitless.
Yeah, and remember we said they met in the regular season?
Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off down at the 10. And he will be brought down as time is now run out on this first half of action. An abbreviated halftime show as we get rolling to quarter 3. So we are at halftime here in Atlanta with the Falcons out in front. They'll bring it back to just about the 25, call it the 24-yard line. Goff will lead the Rams up here 1st and 10 at their own 24. The third quarter starts with a run by Gurley. And he takes this up to the 40-yard line before being corralled. That play going for 16 yards to start the drive, first down. You know, despite the scoreline, I think they've got to like where they are here. They're on the road and just one big play away from getting right back in this game.
I'm going to follow right along with you because the spot they're in now is a credit to their defense. They've kept them in it by making the plays that they've made, and that just means you're one big score away from being right back there.
Now the question is, can this offense step up and make that play? Because that's been an issue for them in this game. To throw is gone. And incomplete there. A nice hit. Jars the ball free and brings up third down. We have not seen a whole lot of wide-open receivers. Everything seemingly has been contested.
And that's another nice job there to force an incompletion. They've been very cohesive, knowing each other's moves all game long, and they've been on the spot just about every time.
And they've held them in check on the scoreboard. And now the third down throw incomplete as well. And how about the call here? They need 2 yards in their own territory on 4th down, and they're going to go for it. They are going for it. Goff. And he finds a man with a crossing route. And he's corralled, but not before getting it inside the 35. 4th down, no problem. 19 yards that time, but now it's 1st and 10. Now Goff. And Cooks has it over the middle. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. Back-to-back nice plays, 12 yards that time and a 1st down.
I always laugh when people say, what's the toughest route to defend? And I'm like, any of them, especially if it's a good receiver. That makes things very difficult. But when you're running a drag route, something short, shallow, going through defenders, using guys almost as screens in order to get open, that makes things tough for guys trying to get to the football.
And for a third time tonight, he's intercepted. Picked up by Deion Jones, the linebacker. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. First possession of the third quarter, an interception, so maybe a second-half tone setter.
Indeed, and not the tone they wanted to set. That's the equivalent of running out the wrong door and running into your pool instead of running out onto the field. A real dud for that one.
Has that happened to you before?
No, but I've heard stories about teams actually doing that back in the good old days.
They will run again with Coleman. And way up past the 35 before he's taken down. A big play on the ground there. It goes for 36 yards.
They're trying to show that they can run the ball and protect this lead. Give it to the backs, play a little bit of keep away, don't you think?
And that's probably a good philosophy at this point, going to make that defense stand up and stop them. And finding the tight end Hooper. And he'll bring it up here to right at the 40-yard line. Give him a couple on the catch. It's 2nd and 8.
And, partner, I think that was a great example that not all tight ends are created equal. Because everything was right. Got the completion, but he's not one of the more dynamic guys in the league. So even though he caught it, couldn't turn it into much more.
And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete.
One of the toughest things about playing defensive back is pattern reading, trying to figure out what they're doing. And on that one, they had to fly, just sending a guy downfield with the in route accompanying it, what people call a dagger route, trying to hit the guy underneath after the clear out. In this case, though, they're not able to get it done.
Yeah, they said forget the underneath route. They went for the guy on the fly, but as you said, incomplete. It'll be a gain of 8, but it also lead to a 4th down. So in their own territory, but they only need a few inches, so they're going to opt to go for this thing. We'll see. Maybe a surprise pass or run. What will they do? We're about to find out. 4th down. Oh, and I think he went backward. He did. Boy, a curious decision to go for it. Doesn't pan out. And the Rams get the football in outstanding field position. They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. Good move by Gurley. He's got his man on the crossing route. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside. Goff now 6 for 6 since coming back out of the locker room. It's 1st and 10. Play action. It's Goff. Oh, he had 6 points in his hands there. Couldn't hang on. 2nd down.
The beauty of being able to play a zone defense when you can sit back and see the ball coming out of the quarterback's hands. Guess what? Creates a lot of confusion, kind of a muddle in the middle of the field where you go make a play on the football.
And he will be brought down at about the 6-yard line. It's a nice pickup of 12 yards, and it gives him a 1st and goal.
Boy, he does it at a high level, doesn't he? Because when I watch him, I think of his vision. Straight ahead, peripheral.
And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Rams. Todd Gurley. He scored on the ground and through the air. And the Rams are able to get back within a touchdown. Zerline connects on the extra point. And now things get a bit more interesting here in this 4th quarter.
And that drives coaches insane, doesn't it? When they see that happen, it just doesn't feel right, does it? Plus, you're giving up yardage.
22.
Here's Coleman. He'll get about 4 here, down to the 43-yard line. And when do they start thinking about burning these timeouts? They've got all 3 still defensively.
To me, you have to start right now. Here's the time, and that means you've got to stop them on defense, not give up the yardage, use your timeouts in order to get the ball back and try and score yourself. But now is the time to start using those timeouts.
And keep in mind, it'll also stop the clock at the 2-minute warning. Ryan. And it's complete. Hooper. And he's going to get this inside the 30. They get 14 yards there at a 1st down. And not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. Time for a break. We'll come back for the electrifying conclusion after this. On 1st and 10, it's Ryan. Dancing to his left. Oh, no, he lost the football. And now the Rams have got it, going the other way. And they will take over at the 29-yard line.
When I see a play like that, I come back to risk reward. I don't know about you, but is it worth it at that point, whatever you're going to pick up, to either take the hit, and in this case, lose the football?
Should have gone down. I mean, hindsight's always 20/20, but that's the safe play.
You're exactly right. Hindsight's really never wrong, is it? Because you can analyze it, but I think ultimately you got to look at it as a first option, taking care of the ball, getting what you can, and that's it. Don't worry about it anymore.
Back to throw. It's caught left side by Cooks. A good pickup there of 20 yards.
And this is obviously a spot where you lean on your stars. Get the ball to them in open space and let them do what they do.
Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on 1st down. He'll look to throw. It's a short one here, complete to the tight end. A good pickup there, 8 yards on the 1st down completion.
So much goes into a successful play, doesn't it? How about that play action there, freezing the defense just enough to bring the tight end free downfield for the completion.
Now on 2nd down, this is Gurley. And brought down, but not before they get it inside the 10 to the 7. A solid pickup of 13 sets them up 1st and goal.
This defense needs a big play in the worst way because so far, they're not putting up much of a fight. If they don't get a stop here soon, this game could be over for them.
On 1st and goal, Gurley. And they'll get him down here at about the 5-yard line. And now a timeout defensively by the Falcons. It's just their first. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages. He'll get it up the middle. And he'll get him a bit closer as he's down to the 2-yard line. The Falcons going to use the second of their timeouts. That'll leave them with just 1 remaining in this 4th quarter of play. 12. They'll try and push it in with Gurley. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Los Angeles. Todd Gurley with time running out. And the Rams are an extra point away from tying up this football game. And now a critical extra point attempt here. Don't forget the extra point. It's up and good, and we may very well be headed to overtime. Set to go now with the kickoff. These 2 teams all even again as we continue in this wild 4th quarter. This is taken about 7 yards deep. Atlanta now coming out on the field. They have a little bit of time here to get into field goal range. Not much. In a tie game, you don't want to do anything crazy, right?
I agree with you on that one. Risk reward, okay? If you go for it, what is the absolute reward on this? But the risk is probably greater. Run the clock out, get to overtime, and try and win it there.
All right, we'll see if they do just that. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And now here comes their final timeout as they take it with 8 ticks remaining. Well, we haven't been shortchanged on offense. Another fun play to watch there on the deep pass.
This game has the feel of, what, a turkey bowl, a Thanksgiving day. You know, when we get together this year, when the Davises and the Gaudens get together, that's what our playbook's going to look.
And this is going to be caught. He got it. It's a touchdown, and forget overtime. Barring a miracle, they're going to win this thing in regulation. Might be seeing that one on the highlight shows tonight. The home run ball here in the 4th quarter to take the lead.
There's nothing like being aggressive, preaching all the way through. Go ahead and throw one more up there. Why not?
Been a great game, and we are not done yet.
I seen the best of them, Jando. 25 to life in the can't Never met a man that they can't talk. We're talking on the phones, they can hear us.
When you got dumb cake up in the say they be waiting for you in the bushes with the duct tape. Up and down the interstate. Yeah, we really touch. We touch. October, I'm about to another state. He went down in Arizona, don't get me involved. An empty box in the car means they coming for all. I had six phones, I got rid of them all. We get hit and sit down, we don't talk to the law. Yeah, they think I'm tripping, they listen. They know our every move, yeah, they want us all in prison. That's why I can't sleep at night until they get in. I'm on another mission, I'm just young young and I'm living.
Yeah, I done seen the best of them jammed up. 25 to life and they can't stop. Never met a man that they can't talk. We're talking on the phones, they can hear us.
7 in the morning and they in my home. My bank account's froze, what is going on? Why it all start going wrong? From talking on the phone.
My phone still echo, the feds won't let go. Money never sleeps when you're the Black Gordon Gecko. Line looking like they waiting on the retro. Sixes, I feel special. Resale and I never pay retail. My shoebox money afforded me the spree wells. And that then courted me a V12. Avoid the phones if it's sounding like a seashell. Too much clicking in the connection. Connect the dots with my connect for my protection. Face to face, I place my like a drive-through. Feeling, you know how I do. Push.
I done seen the best of them jammed up. 25 to life and they can't stop. Never met a man that they can't talk. We're talking on the phones, they can hear us.
7 in the morning and they in my home. My bank account's froze, what is going on? From talking on the phone.
Too many handle business on my own, cause you ain't right, and that's I don't condone. I got homies behind the wall wishing they was home. They got jammed up, kept discussing business on the phone. But Scotty, boy, we 200 bands off them $20 flips. I'm going by myself when it's time to up. That way police don't have a clue when turn up. I'm dolo when I'm out making different moves. Pull up to the shop just to pick and choose. I'm that, don't get confused, cause even when the prayed I didn't lose. Machine.
I done seen the best of them jammed up. 25 to life and they can't stop. Never met a man that they can't talk. We're talking on the phones, they can hear us.
7 in the morning and they in my home. My bank account's froze, what is going on? Why it all start going wrong? From talking on the phones.
Victory, gold on my neck, Mr. T. Victory, zombie gang rapping that NYC. Victory, ice on my neck like a little weak. We run like a Pericles. It's on earth, but it's where I be. Money over on my head stone. Here lies young, getting paid, but never take a loss on my head stone. Only take a when I'm dead. Zombie gang 3 times on my head stone. Been from the cradle to the grave. Now your favorite rapper name on a headstone. Too late, you already there. Imagine when you're 30,000 feet up, what you think of? Oh, I hated knowing that my thoughts would turn to dream, cause I never knew I'd get my chance to link up. Oh, I tell you all of this unusual to me. Swear I came from the bottom, flappers living, walking dead on. Put your favorite rapper's name up on the headstone. Big for the cheese and you're dead wrong. Propaganda set the standards in the tear down.
Throw it back, yeah, I'm born to it's talking, it's hustling me where I'm at. I'm living how I want now. No reason to look out, it's clear to see. All eyes on me for 100 degrees. Who am I? Ruthless, easy does it. In public, hated and love it. The underdogs with liquor swabs. It was written in my diary to start a war. I'm feeling infamous, immortal with my technique. A revolutionary shining with diamond teeth. Young Don Cartagena, excuse my demeanor. This the glamour life, you still not a player. You ain't half as nice. I'm born again, life after death. I made the sacrifice, I'm super duper fly. Juicy, keep them hypnotized. I said my name is Juice, America's most. Ain't no half stepping, see you at the crossroads.
Money over on my headstone. Here lies young, getting paid, but never take a loss on my headstone. Only take a when I'm dead. Zombie gang 3 times on my headstone. Been from the cradle to the grave. Now your favorite rapper name on a headstone. Too late, you already lived. It was written in the children's story. Their life's a so what you want? Every day I struggle with it. Only God could jump me slipping. I'm infinitely big through the genesis. Dead presidents, drop a gem on them. On earth, these the last days. Throw your get money, quiet storm. Have it thoughts. For the cream, renegade. For the money, only green is the I'm a player on the late night tip. So these see the prototype. Fingertips, reservoir dog to the skull. Ignorant. Can I live? Still film it, kiss to death, forever take your neck.
grave digger, kiss of death, friend protect your neck. Shame on the 3 boys in the Cadillac, grave digger.
Money over my headstone. Here lies young getting paid for. Never take a loss on my headstone. Only take a when I'm dead. Time to gang 3 times on my headstone. Been from the cradle to your grave. Now your favorite rapper name on the headstone. Too late, he already dead. Right now I'm on the edge, so don't push me. Troublesome to 96. You a shook one, breathe and know the ledge. I'm your. What's that? I smell. Let me count my. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, run. Hi, my name is Dirk Cobain. Like a. Here I go to the next episode. Ain't no damn this explosive Beast Coast. Yeah. The mother ride or die for my. Strictly for my. Survival of the fittest. That's the sign of the police. I'm indeed cover earth, skirt, lean back. Give me one more chance. They say Jesus walks and the devil wear Prada, but I'm so deaf. God can't tell me nothing. Right this on my death certificate. I gave you power. 21 questions like who? The warning. Watch them flashing like paparazzi. 2 words. Get money. Tonight's the night. Guess who's back on my block? Rather unique. Bucktown. This. On that quiet storm, T-O-N-Y, top of New York, with a pitchfork. Hey, this that Eastside Johnny Big Redemption like. Know what I'm talking about? Hold up. Whoa. Get out the way, get out the way, get out the way, yeah. Get out the way, get out my way, yeah. You either with me or against me, though. You either with me or win. Curve everything else. Win. These ops ain't win. Start chasing that. Win. Big J Rock go on 10. Exit at 4. Bring friends. Matt Black 2 dope. Jump in. You might wanna keep score. I win. Forearm tattoos. That's squad. All of them go. Don't try. I walk in room. They eyes wide. Soon. I'm glad y'all don't die. I ain't chasing after no. I got bigger plans than staying rich. I've been tapped in since I was 6. I tap dance all on them. And your diamonds like tap water. That drip way too foggy. These BBS is way awesome. Park CLS for. Drop to your death without warning. Get out the way, yeah. Get out the way, get out my way, yeah. You either with me or against me, though. You either with me or win. Curve everything else. Win. These ops ain't win. Start chasing that. Win. You clowns really don't stop when I play outside. Funny, I can tell real by who you're running with. I'm all in the field, duck hunt. Hit my just and he was like, boop. Here. Knew just what it was. The whole and gave it.
From the site that many call the loudest in the NFL, we are inside Arrowhead Stadium here in Kansas City. A few short moments ago, these two teams made their way out of the Arrowhead Stadium tunnels, and the noise level in this place was just about off the charts. They're set for football as the Chiefs get set to do battle with the Atlanta Falcons. Here's the kicker, Harrison Butker, ready to get this one started. And into a sea of red, we're underway in Kansas City. They begin the drive with Coleman. And he'll wind up with about 6, up past the 30 to the 31.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
They'll come up now 2nd and 4 from the 31. Coleman now, and he is going to be stuck.
I know when I was a kid, I always got real excited when I saw those lateral-type runs. But the best backs that made it happen, they put a foot in the ground and just go. That didn't happen there. That play got swallowed up.
Third play here, this opening drive, as they're up against a 3rd and 5. From the shotgun, Ryan. It's caught. Jones. Ryan to Jones, the Falcon connection there for a first.
And the key number on that play, 3. Third play of the drive, 3rd down, spectacular catch, turns into a first down.
First down saves them from a 3 and out.
Hey, Tuesday.
Now Ryan on first down. He's going to launch this thing way downfield. Got a man, it's caught at the 6-yard line. A big-time play there for the Falcons. 54 yards.
That's a big-time pitch and catch right there. And, partner, I remember the days when quarterbacks would try this. They were holding their breath. But nowadays, they're counting on their receiver to be just a little bit better than the defensive back when it's one-off.
And he will take it in for a Falcon touchdown. Tevin Coleman taking it in from 2 yards out. And the Falcons take it all the way down the field and score on the opening drive. Bryant tacks on the extra point, and it's now a 7-0 game. Here's Bosher to kick it away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And all that worked, but he stopped where he ultimately would have been, and he's simply taken a knee, and that's the 25-yard line. Mahomes will lead the Chiefs up 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. Shotgun snap to Mahomes. And the Falcons get there. The Falcons get the sack. Down he goes. Deion Jones. In from his linebacker spot. He's able to drop him for a loss of about 10. And the job becomes twice as difficult now after the sack. It's 2nd and 20. Now here's Mahomes into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 23, and his guys are going to get the football at the 23-yard line. Well, partner, let's look ahead to the NFC Championship game while we got a second. Sunday, 3 Eastern, Rams, Saints. What do you think about that matchup?
I'm loving the matchup, and it's right back at the site where they played in the regular season. And the Saints got out to a 21-point lead, and the Rams reeled them in before the Saints won it by 10 down the stretch. Here's where I think the biggest matchup of the game is. Marcus Peters, corner for the Rams, against Michael Thomas, receiver of the Saints. In the last game, Michael Thomas really got over on him, over 200 yards receiving. And the Saints said that was the game plan, to attack Marcus Peters. He vowed it would be different if they met again. Here's his opportunity this Sunday.
On 3rd down, that's Coleman. And the penetration too strong. He won't make it back to the line of scrimmage. He'll wind up losing a yard on the play, and it'll be 4th down. And Bryant's kick is good. And the lead moves to 10-zip. They got the interception, but very little movement after, and that forces him to settle for 3. And it does feel like settling when that happens, doesn't it?
It certainly does, but we got to give a lot of credit where it's due, and that's to the defense, because they ran onto the field. That's what we call sudden change, right? Interception, you got to go put out the fire, and they did, holding them to a field goal.
Kansas City set to get the football, the #1 seed, rolling over the Colts last weekend. Now they get New England, and because, of course, they're the #1 seed, lead, Charles, they're going to get them at home. And they look so good against the Colts. It's like they were angry of all that Chiefs can't win at home talk.
Yeah, and think about their head coach, Andy Reid. Remember, he was 1-4 in Kansas City in playoff games. People keep talking about you win a lot of regular season games. When is that going to translate to the postseason and possibly getting to the Super Bowl? Well, they move on in an impressive way over the Colts. And now what a matchup. Tom Brady and the New England Patriots, but they get them at home in Arrowhead Stadium.
Yes, sir. Popcorn, please. Mahomes to throw on second down. And the hit jarred it loose. It's incomplete.
That would have been a great catch, but it's real difficult to hold on to it because it was contested all the way. Would have been a great play if he'd been able to haul that one in.
Throwing is Mahomes on third. And able to find Conley. And he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. They give him a gain of 37.
Well, partner, I'm not sure how this drive's going to end, but how about the way they flip field position there? A nice attacking play. They picked up a heck of a chunk of yardage.
Mahomes now on first down. He's got the hook up with Conley. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. They get 10 more there, and I believe that'll be enough for another first down. It will. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he's going to be brought down on what will be the final play of this first quarter. Second down, here's Mahomes. This is caught. Watkins. And he's able to work it here to the 8-yard line. Mahomes to the former Rams, Sammy Watkins for the Kansas City first. First and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game. On the toss, there goes West. And he'll be stopped just outside the 5 at the 6. He'll get 2 out of that run, and it's going to bring up a second and goal. Defensively, pretty good start there with their backs against the wall.
That's a win for the stop troops right there. And if I'm them, I get a little bolder now. They won the first battle. Keep coming after them. Put the pressure on them.
The 6-yard line, the line of scrimmage on second and goal. Working from the gun, Mahomes. Being chased out left. And he will take it on in for a Chiefs touchdown. Tyreek Hill from 6 yards away. And the Chiefs are able to get this back within a touchdown. Bouncing back nicely from that bad opening drive where he threw the interception. Drive number 2 leads him right down the field and into the end zone.
So obviously his confidence was never lost, and that's a good thing to see. Great quality to have. You absolutely must maintain that as a quarterback. But I have to think that they're probably still on the script that they prepared for this game. Just the second drive. They've worked on these plays all week in practice. Put them to good use on that one.
On the return, here's Justin Hardy. And he'll take this one near the 25, call it the 26-yard line. Here comes the Falcon offense now as they get set to take over here. And they had 3 points last time, but they didn't want 3 points because they were well within range of scoring a touchdown. We'll see if they can do better now.
I'm with you on that one. Let's just go ahead and be frank about the whole thing. The only one happy about the 3-point
kicker.
Exactly. He put it through the post. That's going to help him at contract time. But that offense, they're thinking, let's get in the end zone this time.
I don't know if that helped him at contract time. You could have kicked that one too.
I don't know about that.
Toe bash.
I don't know about that. Super toe.
Coming up to the line, and they will need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. And he'll get it out near the 40 to the 39. It'll go as a gain of 6 that time, and it moves the chains as well. They'll throw on first down with Ryan. Looking left side, it's complete. He's got it. And he'll go down right around the 47 this time. A minute 57 to go in this first half. We're back to Arrowhead after this. Facing a 2nd and 2 after that last catch, good for 8 yards. Out of the gun, it's Ryan. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked by Kendall Fuller, and he'll return this one just shy of midfield to the 49. Well, a reminder to everyone out there, coming up soon, the NFL Club Championship event. Now, there are a handful of those club events that haven't been determined yet, but eventually there will be a representative from each of the 32 NFL teams. It's about $700,000 worth of prize money, and it's all going to take place live on Twitch every day at 3 Eastern, noon Pacific, starting January 30th and running through February 2nd. Don't miss it. They start on the ground with West. Room to run inside the 40. 16 yards right off the bat and a first down.
Absolutely love the run right there. This guy's known for his quickness, but also for his speed, and he's able to get to the second level almost before you blink if you give him any type of blocking. Always talk about slot receivers, and they're usually known as quicker than fast. In this case, we've got a guy who's quick and fast, and he used it to great advantage.
And Conley's got it over the middle. And he gets it down to the 32. Give him a couple on the catch. It's 2nd and 8. So 2nd and 8 here after the pass play for 2 yards on first down. From the gun, it's Mahomes. Toward the sideline, and look at that catch. Dragging the toes, and that's going to be a first down. Well done. That one goes for 24 yards. So it's 1st and goal, and a great opportunity to get that lead back before the break.
There we go now. Green, 90. Green, 90. Ace, ace. Left, 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 left.
Now a toss. This is West. Looking to find a lane, but he can't. Reined in at the line of scrimmage. And now a timeout defensively by the Falcons. As the clock stops here with 46 seconds remaining in the first half. Nothing on first down, so the ball remains at the 8-yard line. 2nd and goal. They'll give it to him up the middle. And this time they were ready for him as they'll stop him right at the line of scrimmage. And the Falcons going to use another timeout as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half.
Here we go now. Green.
Here's Mahomes, 3rd and goal. Flush to his right. He can run for it, and he will. And he'll be brought down right on the edge of the goal line at about the 1-yard line. And play is stopped here. Timeout. It's the defense calling the timeout here. As the clock will stop with 35 seconds to go in quarter number 2. They're not going to kick it. A chip shot, but they're going for it down 3 on 4th down. They'll run for it with West. And he's not going to get in. They stop him at the 1. They stop him up short on 4th and goal from the 1. And the Falcons able to muster together a goal line stand. The 4th down run successful. Now they look to pay it off on first down. They'll start out on the ground with Coleman. And he'll get this up past the 5 to the 7-yard line. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave them with a 2nd and 3.
Well, both teams practice this situation, and this time the guys on offense won, and in a very nice way. What a run from that position on their own goal line.
Gave them some good breathing room.
I wonder now, do you still stack the line of scrimmage, or do you play normal defense? They may have backed them off with that run.
Now a deep ball there on 2nd down, but it'll wind up incomplete. So the incomplete pass on the last play, and that leads us to a 3rd and 3. They'll run it now out of the gun. And a nice spin into some open field. And now off to the races down the right side. And he's in for the touchdown on the final play of the first half. The prayer is answered.
How did they get that done?
And with that carry, he's already over 100. Oh, this is blocked. It's picked up, a live ball here. No problem. Let's do it. And we welcome you back live now inside the booth alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gordon, set and ready to rock for the 3rd quarter. That's fielded in the end zone. Here comes the Chiefs offensive unit as they'll have it to begin quarter number 3. They're close game, but they're going to need to do a little bit better probably here in half 2, no?
I would agree with that totally. I would guess it in the locker room. They talked about cleaning up some of the errors, but overall, I think they wanted to be positive with them. Guys, we're right there. Just not playing as well as we need to. Let's pick it up, and we still have a chance to win this game.
We'll see if they can pick it up. Incomplete, but a penalty flag is down in the backfield. Let's get the call. So they say no to the penalty. The incompletion stands. It'll be 2nd and 10.
And what they want to do is go ahead and take those downs away from them. You never want to give extra snaps to any offense. That's how you get hurt.
So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. Here's Mahomes to throw. Pressure brought in, and the Falcons get there for the sack.
Brandon, if I'm an offensive coordinator and I see an all-out rush like that, I file it away because I'm going to use their aggressiveness against them as this game goes on. I'm going to hit them with a screen soon.
Going to need better protection here. 3rd and long following the sack for Mahomes and company.
Here we go. Blue 45. Blue 45. Ace.
Mahomes now to throw. Room here to run. And all the way in for a Kansas City touchdown. Chris Conley, 76 yards. And the Chiefs are able to get this back within a touchdown. Oh, they get to the football. It's blocked. Butker now to kick this one away. Here comes the Falcons offense. It's their first possession of the second half now. Ryan and the Falcons now come up 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line.
Hey, Tuesday. Hey, south, left. Look out!
From the gun, it's Ryan. And he's going to be out of bounds right at midfield. A really nice gain of 25 yards.
Let's make this one simple. What a catch, especially the finishing part of getting his feet in bounds, toe tapping, and, of course, foot dragging.
A little tapestry, if you will.
Oh, I like it.
And on the ground they go with the running back. And he'll take it across the 50 and into Chief territory. The All-Pro Justin Houston in on the tackle.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing, often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
Left. 54, south.
On second down, here's Ryan. He sets to fire deep. The ball popped in the air and intercepted. Picked off by Orlando Scandrick. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
Oh, and that's a nice job defensively to get a piece of the football. He's going to pop it into the air, and then it's the tip drill. And good concentration by him to react to it and pull in the interception.
The drive begins with a handoff to West. And some room to work. Kendrick West. He's at the 50, the 30, the 20, 10, and all the way in for a Kansas City touchdown. Kendrick West, 99 yards. And the Chiefs are in for 6. And that run massively increased his production in this game, and now he's over 100 yards.
And break out your calculator, partner, because his yards per carry went up significantly, right? Big-time jaunt all the way to the end zone.
Butker now to kick this one away. Fielded about a yard deep. And they'll start in a hole here as he's brought down at the 11-yard line. Atlanta now coming out on the field. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate. And, of course, they'd like to forget the ending, the interception. But they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get him down the field.
Yeah, and unfortunately for them, the only thing that matters is part 2, right? Because once they threw the interception and finished off the drive, that does them no good to go back and say, well, you know, we had a good one going. Finish things off. That's the only way you can get it done.
Hit as he throws there, incomplete. And by the way, I need to pass along a reminder that our ladder for the Madden Challenge tournament is still open in MUT Drafts until February 11th. And the prize pool for the Madden Challenge, folks, $190,000.
And who wouldn't want to participate in something where you could get a piece of $190,000?
That's what I'm wondering.
Get in, get it done. Let's have some fun.
The left side completion to Jones. And they work this well upfield across the 45. And that one results in 35 yards. And at this stage, down in the second half, looks like they just wanted to find a way to get it in the hands of their playmaker, and they did.
I think you're exactly right. I don't think the coordinator's looking at his play sheet and trying to figure out which play will work well. He's trying to figure out how to get the ball to the playmaker that you just described. Looking down at that sheet, you find people plays, not necessarily X's and O's, and that's exactly what they did there.
Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete.
And that's one he's got to be happy to have back. There wasn't a hole open in the zone.
You'd have to think on early downs like that first down there, need to be a little bit more careful.
Yeah, fortunately for him, got a couple more downs to play with.
They run the play fake to Coleman. Now Ryan. And the Chiefs are going to get him. These strong safeties, some people may not realize it. It's really like an extra linebacker, right?
It really is, because they're hybrids. Half linebacker, half defensive back. The linebacker in him on that play emerged.
Third and long, it's Ryan. Looking deep downfield. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete. I know he wants to get his team back in the game, but a 50-50 ball right there that maybe was a little questionable.
Yeah, he's pretty lucky to get that one back. I think that sometimes these quarterbacks play with a lot of confidence that borders on arrogance, and that can put your team in some Dutch.
Yeah, especially maybe want to look at some safer routes after the interception he had that ended their last drive. And now they're going to go for it. This isn't 4th and inches. This is 4th and 14. Now contact up front as penalty markers come in. Who is this against? So a jump there defensively.
And it's a killer. Watch the football. Don't move across the line of scrimmage until the ball moves.
Looks like Ryan's going to stay out there. Indeed, they're going to try for this on 4th down.
12. 21.
They'll indeed go for it with Ryan. And he can't escape the pressure. Ryan goes down. So certainly an interesting call there to go for it. And the Chiefs will have the football back in excellent field position.
Left foot, left foot. Left foot, left foot.
They'll run it with West. Oh, and now West lost the football. It's out. And the Falcons grab it. And they will take over possession of the football at their 42-yard line. So the defense there, opportunistic.
It's nice to give them credit, isn't it? Because so many times it's more a matter of what the offensive guy didn't do. Didn't secure the ball, didn't cover up. In this case, let's just give credit to where it belongs. Knocked it free, made a big play.
Give him 10 yards on the pickup, and that'll make it 2nd and a foot or so. They stay on the ground. Again, it's Coleman. And he'll get it down to the 47 here. 2 yards on the pickup there, but it's enough to give him a new set of downs.
2nd and inches is oftentimes an invitation for an offense coordinator to take a big shot downfield because he feels like he can come back on 3rd down and pick up the 1st down. But sometimes you just don't want to break tendency. Stay with what you are, stay with who you know, and go get the 1st down. That's exactly what they did.
He's going to go for a big play. It's caught at the 10. And they do finally get him. Only way to get the lead here, of course, with a touchdown. And that's what they're gunning for on 1st and goal. And they'll go with a ground attack here. And he'll take it into the end zone. Touchdown, Atlanta. Tevin Coleman, a 6-yard touchdown run. And the Falcons have taken the lead here in the 4th. Here's Bosher to kick it away. Tyreek Hill on the return. And he nearly broke that for more, but as it is, they'll start this drive at about the 37-yard line. The Chiefs offense now making their way back onto the field. And last time the turnover on the fumble, and they were in enemy territory, so that had to be very frustrating. Down on the scoreboard here, can't do it again.
You nailed every part of what was frustrating. Down on the scoreboard, had a drive going, had pushed it past the 50-yard line, so they thought they were in striking distance, and to come away with nothing, not a good feeling at all, to put it mildly. Now they can't afford to do that again.
Now can they get that bad taste out of their mouth here? And that play went nowhere. Losing yardage. It'll be back at the 36. It'll be a loss of 1, and it'll be 2nd and 11. After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11. Now Mahomes throwing on 2nd down. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. He's picked off near his own 48, and he's able to take this one back to the 36-yard line. Not that time for Watkins.
I tell you, you don't have press conferences when you sign guys like this. But he's been a real difference maker so far. That's now 2 interceptions for him in the game. And when you're getting contributions up and down your 53-man roster, you're going to be all right.
Touchdown, Falcons. Tevin Coleman, 36 yards. And the Falcons turn that interception into a touchdown. And that rushing touchdown, his fourth, puts him just one shy of the NFL record in a single game.
And we all know he would love to get to that record and even beyond it, but he doesn't need to in order to impress in this one, does he? What a performance. What an absolute great game that he's had here in this one.
And an excellent return there as he's up to the 35 and make it the 40-yard line.
There's no downplaying that we all knew that this was a critical possession, and to get a return like that to start things off, that's the spark that they needed. That's the spark they were looking for.
Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. And he'll be stopped right at midfield. A gain of 11 to kick off the drive, and it's a quick first down. You cannot write these guys off just yet, not with a quarterback like that under center.
You mean it actually crossed your mind with him running the team that you could actually maybe write this game off?
Not yet.
Not a chance. Not with him. We've seen it too many times.
But now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete.
Had an open man that time, but ended up putting a little too much heat on it, don't you think, partner?
Absolutely. Just needed a touch more air under it. Instead, he fired an absolute bullet. From midfield, here's Mahomes. And incomplete there. A nice hit. Jars the ball free and brings up third down. So he can't hang on, and as I watch that unfold, I remembered an expression that I've heard, maybe from you, I don't know, but you're going to get hit anyways, might as well hold on to the ball.
Well, you know a coach said that, right?
Yeah.
Not an actual player. Not a chance at all. Way easier said than done.
Now it's Mahomes again. He's going to wind up and air it out. And that one incomplete. Had some position but couldn't hold on, and it brings up fourth down. Definitely desperation time. This just looks like, hey, throw it down there, hope that your guy can make a play.
You want him to make a play, but if not, maybe you get a pass interference call, and you know in the NFL, that's a spot foul. You get all that yardage. That would be a big play.
Now Mahomes got to have this one. And that is incomplete.
Hey, I ain't folding under pressure, I ain't switching for no. I ain't talking to no cop and I ain't telling on my bros. Ain't no but don't push me, fingers itching on that. Plotting on my come up, gotta watch stay at my nose. Long nights just to hit the studio. Now I'm eating steak and shrimp, I ain't eating sloppy Joe. Looking to the mirror, flexing now in his glow. Bust off like a welcome to the rodeo. Shorty wanna me cousin wearing gold. I came up and made it happen, now it's by the stove. Big inside this cases once do me dirty, I'ma find you lay out on the floor. 19 with a I got rich by myself, rather do this alone. I wasn't asking for no help, they keep asking how I'm winning with the card that I was dealt. Boy, I work hard for the seat and I ain't buckling my belt. Call my brother on the phone, he said broski you a star. I said brother hold it down, soon we'll all be living large. And it's crazy how last year was on my garage. Now I'm in a good position for this life, can't sabotage. I ain't folding under pressure, I ain't switching for no. I ain't talking to no cop and I ain't telling on my bros. Ain't no but don't push me, fingers itching on that. Plotting on my come up, gotta watch stay at my nose. Long nights just to hit the studio. Now I'm eating steak and shrimp, I ain't eating sloppy Joe. Looking to the mirror, flexing now in his glow. Bust off like a welcome to the rodeo. I got tattoos on my face, I use that as motivation. I can never get a job, so for my dream I'm dedicated. For a second, lost myself, I was too busy getting busy. Now they see me out in public and be knowing what my name is. All these rappers want the clout and the life of being famous. I just wanna be stable, tell my family we made it. I was coming for my spot, a young had to be patient. Now I'm running up, these bands can hit the island for vacation. I've been on my haters, you could say I'm constipated. 5 racks on this fit, just to stunt while I'm in Vegas. On my body, shout out to my Caleb Young. Got the cake up, now these wanna date us. I ain't folding under pressure, I ain't switching for no. I ain't talking to no cop and I ain't telling on my bros. Ain't no but don't push me, fingers itching on that. plotting on my come up, gotta watch stay at my nose. Long nights just to hit the studio. Now I'm eating steak and shrimp, I ain't eating sloppy joe. Looking to the mirror, flexing now in his glow. Bust off like a welcome to the rodeo.
What's that on that beat?
Addicted to ballin', I have to get my cash. The money is calling. Got bands, got bands, got bands. I'm addicted to ballin'. I'm addicted to ballin'. I have to get my ends. I pull up in my pants, flexing, counting my bands. Started getting money, I see how it feels to be rich. I live by the beach now, that's how I should live. Since I was a toddler, I knew that I would become this. I cannot move slow, that's a big no. Gotta chase this money, bankroll after big bankroll. I must get this money, I must get this money, I must get this money.